Welcome to my channel that I abandoned for like 3 years because I sucked at consistency and editing, but after a full year of consistency on TikTok and gaining 95,000 new friends, almost at 100K, I decided to try it again on YouTube. So if you know me from there and you're supporting me, I really appreciate it. To make it official, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. I'm gonna be posting once a week. I am still figuring out YouTube, so bear with me. So on this channel, we're gonna be doing cinematic critiques where I'm gonna basically be breaking down the movie and letting you know if I feel like you should skip it or stream it and who exactly the audience is for that said movie. So if that sounds like something you'd be interested in, go ahead and hit that notification button so you'll be the first to know when I upload a new video. So let's talk about 50 Shades of Grey. This movie was monumental. It did so well at the box office. You really couldn't go anywhere, at least I couldn't, without hearing about it. And I heard so many good things about it from friends saying that I had to watch this movie, that it's basically life-changing. And what they didn't tell me was that it would be life-changing in a bad way. Given the fact that I was supposed to be the target audience for this movie, I was super shocked at how terrible it was. Everything from the dialogue to the setup, I feel like they missed the mark with everything. This could have been a good movie, but somehow it just was a disaster. So now that I've given you guys somewhat of an overview, let's get into the actual cinematic critique. So the movie starts off with us meeting Anna, who is filling in for her roommate, who's supposed to interview a billionaire, but she happens to be sick.
I can figure it out. Are you wearing that?
I'm not quite sure why Hollywood still has the 1950s trope that if you're wearing a hideous frumpy cardigan, then that obviously means that you're saving your virtue. But this is the clear representation of what that's supposed to be in this movie. They also jump into showing us why Christian is New York's most eligible bachelor.
Asked me to fill in.
I see. So you're studying journalism as well?
No, English lit. Kate's my roommate.
As I said, I only have 10 minutes.
Like literally you asked her a question and then got upset that she answered it. Also, at no point did they specify how much time he had until right then. So that shows you the impeccable writing.
You have an actual question, Miss Steele?
Yeah, sorry. Are you gay?
So Anna went from bragging about having a high GPA to her roommate to losing the ability to read things before she says them out loud. So after clearly being put off by her line of questioning and annoyed that his time was being wasted, the clear next step for Christian was obviously to visit her at her work.
Do you stock cable ties?
Cable ties, yes, we do. Is that it?
Masking tape.
I'm not sure what's supposed to be appealing about a man who literally has a Ted Bundy shopping list, and for her eyes to be like, like maybe she used that GPS to spot the red flags that's right in front of your face.
I'm not the man for you. You should steer clear of me.
So this is about the point in the movie where I was like, wow, they actually greenlit this trash dumpster fire of a movie. Where is the dialogue? Where are we supposed to care about this? Where is he supposed to be torn at? Like, I am so... Go for your dreams. Like, that's what this movie is representing. Go for your dreams. Because if this can be made, whatever ideas you have can come to fruition, because this is ridiculous. So to showcase that Christian's intensity isn't one-sided, they now show us Anna drunk dialing a man that she's literally known for 3 days, has zero chemistry with, but somehow feels drawn to him.
I'm sorry, I didn't...
Stay where you are, I'm coming to get you.
What? You undressed me?
I didn't have much choice.
There were literally so many other choices, so many other steps he could have taken, like not to go into a bar to meet a girl that he barely knows, not to drag her back to his lair, not undress her, like leave her with the friend that she came with. That's all you have to do. Just be like, where's your friend? Let me get her on the phone. Normal human behavior. You don't get that in this movie.
I'm all for testing the limits, but you put yourself at risk last night.
Or no?
If you were mine, you wouldn't be able to sit down for a week.
What?
I gotta go take a shower.
Now, I really feel like you should come back and elaborate on that one because it made no sense to the conversation we were having. So after those zany one-liners from Christian, they go back to Anna's place where his brother and her roommate are, and Anna gets to soberly meet his brother.
Kate's told me a lot about you.
Elliot, find your shoes. Some of us have work to attend to.
And some of us are busy using dialogue from this century. I know for a fact rich people don't actually sound like that, thanks to all of the hours I spend binging Gossip Girl.
I'm Chuck Bass.
So Christian has his own private jet because, again, he's a billionaire, and he takes her on a magical, mystical trip to...
Roger that, Charlie Tango. Your flight plan from Portland to Seattle is cleared.
Seattle? That's where we're going?
It's honestly fitting at this point for them to pick the least romantic place to shoot the least romantic movie I've ever seen in my entire life. No shade to Seattle, but if you're a billionaire, your flex should not be, I took my girl to Seattle. It should be like Paris, Milan, somewhere where something is happening. We are super deep in this movie for us to just now be hitting some kind of plot point. This is where Christian finally shows her his terms for his whole arrangement.
It's a non-disclosure agreement. It means that you cannot discuss anything about us with anyone.
You can have a girl sign an NDA all you want, but the details of your sex life is gonna end up in a group chat at one point or another. Just saying. So now that she signed the NDA, he feels safe enough to show her the pleasure room or playroom, and he hypes this up so much for no reason at all.
I meant what I said. The helicopter's on standby to take you whenever you want to go.
Couldn't just open the door.
The way he hyped that up, you would have thought he had like a sweatshop behind there. Don't give me that look. Billionaires do it all the time. I don't put it past Christian Grey.
Only sort of relationship I have.
Why?
It's the way I am.
Hollywood just loves to showcase an emotionally unavailable man and a very insecure, naive type of woman. This is the trope that they use to tell us like this type of toxicity is okay. Yes, I'm getting preachy, but it's so overdone and it's so ridiculous. Like, we need to start billing them for our therapy hours at this point. Like, come on. Now, there is a heavy subject coming up, and I will say it's probably the most well-handled scene in the entire movie.
How did you start doing this?
One of my mother's friends. I was 15.
I actually really like that Anna was completely put off by that. I like that she wasn't like, oh, that's okay. Like, letting him know what happened to you wasn't okay, and you should not have been in that situation. I like that. So Anna's trying to read this contract and decide if she wants to be a submissive or part of his world. And when she decides it's not something that she really wants to do, Christian has a very particular response.
Christian!
It's been nice knowing me, has it?
Dang! Will you stop sneaking up on me? And what the heck you doing in my house?
The writer of this movie really said women love inconsistency, they love to be stalked, they love it when a guy that they don't know comes to their job and has a murderous shopping list. Like, I think this was written by a woman, which makes this so much worse. After they show us Christian committing a felony, we then jump forward to Anna's graduation, where we see Christian finally meeting her dad. And her friend has a serious case of boundary issues, I might add.
Ray, have you met Christian Grey, Anna's boyfriend?
And that, in short, is why nobody came to the graduation for her friend. She puts her business exactly where it doesn't belong. So I feel like Christian meeting Anna's dad added like an extra layer for her where she wanted it to feel real, and he just kept on being inconsistent. So she decided she needed a break and wanted to go to her mom's, but for whatever reason that didn't fly with Christian, and he decided to like follow her down there.
What is it? It's Christian. He's here. In Georgia.
So that scene in particular made me think of Twilight. Come to find out, this is like fanfic based off of Twilight that they turned into a book. How you take an already flawed movie and make it worse is a special talent, because yes, there are some things wrong with Twilight, but it was done so much better than this. It was way more convincing, the directing styles were better, but here we are. This movie did, I don't know if it's just as good, but it did pretty good. So Who am I to judge, right? Pretty much from there, we see more hesitation and confusion from Anna on what she wants to do, and she never really gets to decide because Christian literally won't let her breathe, which, you know, is manipulation, but for theatrical purposes, it's cute. Anyways, she decides that she wants to try it out in the playroom and get a little frisky, and no surprise to anybody but her, it doesn't end up the way that she thought it would.
Please don't hate me.
You'll never do that to me again.
That reaction, along with all the reactions of this movie, really didn't make any sense to me because he literally did the same vanilla spanking that he did in the beginning of the movie. He just did it by counting this time. So for her to be that devastated just doesn't make any sense.
Stop. No.
So Anna decides she is finito with Christian, and thank God we are finito with this movie because it was painful to watch. Literally 2 hours of no real beginning, middle, or end, no real plot, just people going around acting very strange, not like normal human beings. Like, I don't get the appeal to this movie whatsoever. So if you're asking me, I of course will say skip it, save your brain cells. It's not worth the 2 hours that you will never get back. But what did you think of 50 Shades of Grey? Let me know in the comments. And if you haven't already, hit that like button. It'll help support my channel and help make sure I don't go MIA again. I'm just kidding. I'm here for the long haul. So make sure you hit that subscribe button, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.